Question 21 is kind of a tricky question. We have to think about a couple different things and to answer this. It's not as straightforward as we think initially. So what is the molarity of a 5.39 molal solution of benzene dissolved in toluene, given that the solution has a density of 0.869 grams per milliliter? So we can use this molality to find moles of benzene. And remember, molality is moles per kilogram of solvent. And I think this is where many of you are making a mistake, because we can say, okay, sure, 5.39 molal is my solution. So I've got X moles, and to make my life easy, right, I'm going to have 1 kilogram of solvent. So I have 5.39 moles of benzene. And that's fine, except for the next part. To find the molarity, you're using that 1 kilogram and finding the volume using the density. But that's where we're going wrong, because this 1 kilogram is the mass of the solvent. We need to find the total mass that we have to find the total volume that we have. So if I have 5.39 moles of benzene, I know that for every 1 mole of benzene, benzene has a molecular weight of 78.11 grams per mole. So I would have 78.11 grams of benzene for every mole. So I've got approximately 421 grams of benzene. So now I need to add this to the mass of the solvent, the 1 kilogram mass of the solvent. So I have 1 kilogram of toluene, C7H8, and I know for every 1 kilogram I've got 1,000 grams. So I have 1,000 grams of toluene plus my 421 grams of benzene for a total of 1,421 grams of solution. And this is important because in the molality, we just needed in the molality calculation, we just need the mass of the solvent. So I could say, arbitrarily, I've got 1 kilogram of toluene, and that works for that first calculation. For the second calculation now, we need to find the total mass of the solution, because when we calculate our molarity, that is moles per liter. So I need to find the total volume of the solution. Well, now I know the total mass. The total mass is 1,421 grams. And I know this solution has a density of 0.869 grams in 1 milliliter. So grams cancel out. So I'm going to have a volume of about 1,635 milliliters. Well, before I find the molarity, I need to convert that to liters. So I've got 1,635 milliliters, and I know that there's 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. So I have 6.35 liters of my total solution. Now I can calculate molarity. So I think many of you were just taking the 1 kilogram, using density to find that volume, and then using that to calculate your molarity. So our molarity should be, well, I've got 5.39 moles of benzene in 1.635 liters of my total volume of my solution. I get that to have a molarity of about 3.29 for this solution. So I think that's the jump that people were missing, was we can use the 1 kilogram just fine for our molality calculation, but for our molarity calculation, we need to find the total volume. And so to find the total volume, I need to find the mass of my solvent and my solute. Add those masses together, then I can use density to find my total volume of 1.635 liters, and I need to use that to find my molarity. So hopefully that helps with that question.